Scorpions. You have no idea how much power is hidden within you. Vanga. She was afraid of your gifts. Yes, that's right. Why? What was it about your energy that made her wary of you? And now, after many years, it's time to reveal the truth. These gifts have been hidden from you, behind the scenes, in the shadows. And only now, when the world is ready, when you are ready, all the secrets will be revealed. What is the universe hiding from you? What forces are waiting to come out? Get ready, Scorpios. It's time to know the truth. Why was Vanga so wary of the scorpions? Vanga. She saw more than the others. And her view of the scorpions was special. Not just special, wary. Why? Why was Vanga, a woman with the gift of clairvoyance, so afraid of the power inside you? There was anxiety in her words. She knew that Scorpios were more than just a zodiac sign. They are the source of a hidden power that can turn the world upside down. Their intuition. It's not just accurate, it's as deep as the ocean. This intuition is able to penetrate into the most secret corners of the human soul and predict the future with amazing accuracy. But this gift is not only a blessing. It is also a danger. Vanga realized that when a person possesses such knowledge, he can not only perform miracles, he can destroy everything that gets in his way. Scorpios can be both healing luminaries and destructive forces. This potential is a huge responsibility. And Vanga may have seen it as a threat. Not to the world. To those who are not ready to embrace the power of these gifts. What has been hidden from you for so many years? The hidden powers. Oh, how many years they have been hidden from you. How many generations have tried to suppress what you were given by nature? Why? Because your gift is more than just the ability to sense and predict. It's a threat to those who can't control their energy. Society has long feared your power. So they've kept it hidden. Your knowledge, your intuition. Why? Because you were meant to see things that others couldn't even imagine. For centuries, astrology and cultural attitudes kept you in the shadows. You may have been ordinary people on the outside, but within you burned an incredible power. A power that could change the course of history. But a society unprepared for such change has limited you. And those limitations are only apparent. In fact, you've always known more. You've always felt more than you could show others. But you had to hide your power. Did you realize it yourself? And now it's time to release all that has been hidden. It's time to open your eyes to what is rightfully yours. The power of intuition and foresight. Scorpio's intuition is not just a gift, it's a true superpower. This ability penetrates to the very depths of the human soul and the world, revealing secrets that most do not notice. You, more than anyone else, are able to read people like open books. But it's not just a skill, it's an intuitive superpower that tells you the right path even in the most confusing situations. When you listen to yourself, when you sense that something is going to happen, you are not wrong. This is not magic, but your hidden gift. A gift that allows you to anticipate events before they happen. It moves you, fills your every decision with confidence, even when others doubt. It is an inner guidance that no one can control, it comes from the very depths of your being. Think of the great prophets and clairvoyants, Nostradamus, for example. His predictions, which accurately describe the future, remain a mystery to contemporaries and historians. Nostradamus had the same gift as you, the gift to see beyond the obvious, to sense the hidden currents of time and space. He predicted events that became reality centuries later. And you, like him, possess this mystical skill. You see signs that others see as coincidences. You can predict developments by reading between the lines. This is a gift that makes you not just observers, but active participants in the future. Your ability to foresee events is not a random coincidence, but the result of being finely tuned into energies that others don't even notice. And most importantly, this intuition is beyond the control of anyone else. It makes you dangerous to those who are not ready for the truth. But, who among you is afraid of the truth? Scorpios, you were created not to be afraid of it. Emotional strength and energy. Scorpios, your emotions are not just a set of feelings, they are a powerful energy that can change everything around you. You don't just feel the world, you fill it with your emotions. This energy, coming from you, can inspire to exploits, to incredible accomplishments, but, on the other hand, it can cause a sense of fear in others, because it knows no boundaries. You are able to instantly influence the atmosphere in any room, in any place. It all depends on how you decide to channel your powerful energy, in creation or destruction. The emotions of Scorpios are something special, they carry incredible depth. When you love, it is not a superficial infatuation. Your love is a boundless ocean, an all-consuming feeling that completely engulfs you and the one you love. There is no room for frivolous intrigue or fake feelings in your relationship. Everything you give is infused with attraction and devotion. And those who find themselves around you, cannot remain indifferent to this. Your energy can be felt in every word, in every look, in every gesture. It attracts people, but it can also scare them. But your emotions have another, dark side. When you feel resentment, when you feel betrayed, this powerful energy can manifest its destructive force. Your revenge can be as strong and ruthless as a storm that cannot be stopped. You don't forget wrongs, and when you are hurt, your reactions can be so powerful that no person will ever be the same after being confronted with your emotions. However, the most important trait of Scorpios is the ability to control your emotions. You know that the power you carry can be both a blessing and a curse. You realize that if you channel that power in the right direction, it will become your greatest asset. And then nothing can resist your inner power. A secret connection to the spirit world. Scorpios, you feel it, that thin thread that connects you to the spirit world. You may not always realize it, but your connection to the other world is incredibly strong. You're able to sense the presence of the invisible. Hear voices in the shadows. You may have experienced moments when you knew someone was near, even though no one was there. This gift is hidden in your nature, and for centuries it has been tried to be hidden. Case in point, Nostradamus, whose prophecies were sometimes seen as messages from the spirit world. Or witches who used their powers to communicate with nature spirits and the dead. You have these powers, too. Can you feel it? Perhaps you have experienced mystical phenomena that others cannot explain. You are guides between worlds. This is your gift, your path, and now it is time to step out of the shadows and realize its true power. Fear of Scorpios by other zodiac signs. Why are other signs so afraid of Scorpios? What is it about you that makes those who seem carefree, easygoing, and open-minded anxious? The answer is simple, your hidden power. Your energy is something that cannot be controlled. You are able to sense other people's weaknesses, even if they carefully hide them. And your intuition? It goes deeper than they can imagine. This is frightening, because many zodiac signs are afraid of things they can't understand or control. For example, Aries may fear your ability to see what's going on outside of their own perception. Pisces, on the other hand, fears that your feelings could turn their world upside down. Sagittarians, despite their independence, feel your power as a threat to their ideals. You don't need to say anything, your eyes, your actions, even your silence, everything speaks for you. You can attract people to you, but also repel them, because they feel that you are able to see their most hidden thoughts and desires. Your power is like magnets, but not for everyone. And that's what makes other signs fearful. Secret knowledge and abilities. But your power is not only the ability to sense and predict the future. It is hidden in your mind, in your intellect, which can be no less powerful and mysterious than intuition. Many Scorpios have not only outstanding spiritual gifts, but also an intelligence that allows them to master the most complex and profound knowledge. Your mind is a veritable treasure trove of hidden possibilities. You are able to analyze, think critically, and focus with such depth that those around you often cannot understand how you manage to master the most complex areas. When it comes to knowledge, you are not content with simple explanations. You strive for depth, for understanding the essence of things. This makes you unrivaled researchers, philosophers, scientists, and even masters of the arts. You don't just study a subject, you immerse yourself in it, finding connections and patterns that you can't see on the surface. All you need is time and space to concentrate. And once you decide to master an art or science, nothing and no one can stop you. Your intelligence has a unique ability: you don't forget what's important. Your memory is clear and precise, and your attention to detail allows you to identify hidden patterns that others might not notice. This makes you ideal strategists, scientists, and thinkers. You are able to calculate moves ahead, anticipate consequences, and create your own theories and concepts. Your desire to understand the world down to the last detail is what opens doors for you into the most challenging fields of knowledge. Whether it's philosophy, psychology, math, or art, you easily master knowledge that requires decades of hard work from others. For you, it becomes a game in which you are always one step ahead. This knowledge is not just tools to accomplish goals, it becomes the key to unlocking your inner power, which is hidden in your mind and your endless desire to learn about the world. Curse or blessing? A curse or a blessing? This is a question that has been asked many times to yourself and other Scorpios. These gifts, these powers, like a double knife, on the one hand, they can lead to great achievements, and on the other, turn into a disaster. So, which side is the balance on? When Scorpio uses his gifts for good, he is able to create miracles. He can heal, he can teach, he can inspire. Your powers of analysis, intuition, and ability to see the hidden can all be used to help others. You can become wise mentors, strong leaders who guide people through the storms of life. For there is room in your heart for compassion. But if you use this power for evil, the results can be devastating. Scorpios with this power can manipulate the minds of others, cause fear and suppression. Sometimes this power can be used for revenge or deception. But ultimately, it is up to each Scorpio to decide for themselves whether to use their power for good or evil. There you have it, your curse and your blessing. It all depends on your choice. How can Scorpios begin to realize their gifts? Scorpios, it's time to unleash your inner power. But how can you begin to realize the gifts that are hidden in the back of your mind? After all, you have always been committed to looking at the world with your heart as well as your eyes. Your intuition is not just a feeling, it is a powerful tool that you need to learn how to use. Pay attention to your inner signals. Start by being more sensitive to your inner voice. When something feels important to you, don't ignore it. Your intuition is an internal compass that is never wrong. Start trusting your first feelings, even if logic tells you otherwise. Practice meditation. Silence is what you need. A time when nothing distracts you, when it's just you and your inner world. Meditation can help clear your thoughts and deepen your connection with your intuition. Try visualizing yourself connecting to a higher intelligence that will tell you what to do in a difficult situation. Write down your dreams. Scorpios often have prophetic dreams. Write down your dreams every day, this will help you develop the ability to interpret their symbols and the messages they carry. Sharpening your senses. Practice mindfulness in your daily life. For example, focus on your feelings when you meet people. Notice how on an intuitive level you are able to feel their moods or intentions. This exercise will help you develop your empathy and intuitive perception. Key moments for unlocking power. Key moments in a Scorpio's life can be real milestones on the path to self-discovery and unlocking power. These usually come at moments of profound change, when the world around you turns upside down. Difficulties and challenges. This is the moment when you faced serious challenges, whether in your personal life or career. This is the moment when your inner strength begins to awaken. You go through trials to purify yourself and gain new levels of consciousness. Periods of solitude. When you are alone with yourself, this is the moment of truth. Doubts, fears, inner conflicts, they all come out. And in this moment, you may feel that you have a gift that you didn't realize before. Solitude helps you to hear your inner voice and find your true power. Moments of spiritual awakening. Sometimes all it takes is meeting a person or going through an event to help you realize your nature. These moments of insight are rare, but they provide clarity and deep understanding. Scorpios often go through these challenges, because they are able to endure profound changes that serve as a catalyst for unlocking hidden powers. Tips from Vanga. Vanga, known for her wisdom, has left us with some guidance that can help Scorpios on their journey of self-discovery. For people with gifts like yours, she recommended being attentive to signs, not being afraid of your emotions, and always striving for inner purification. Trust yourself. Vanga said that the strongest among us are those who can trust their feelings and intuition, despite doubts and fears. She advised not to pay attention to the opinions of others if your heart is telling you something different. Develop your patience. Vanga's most important advice: take your time when it comes to uncovering your gifts. It's a process that takes time, and each step must be deliberate. Scorpios are often in a hurry, but true power comes with patience. Cleansing. Vanga said that in order to unlock your higher abilities, it is important to purify yourself not only physically, but also spiritually. Meditations, prayers, and deep reflection are all necessary to clear their channels and attune themselves to higher vibrations. Her advice is the light that can guide Scorpios on the path of self-discovery and the development of their unique gifts. One Scorpio's story. Let's look at an example from the life of one of the most famous Scorpios in history, Nikola Tesla. A great inventor whose discoveries left an indelible mark on the world, and whose abilities went far beyond ordinary scientific thought. His life is a shining example of how hidden gifts can change the course of history. But how did he discover them in himself? Tesla came from a family with no tradition in science. His parents were rather conservative, and even Nikola himself faced doubts about his abilities. However, from an early age, he began to notice unusual abilities, such as vivid and accurate visualizations of future inventions in his imagination. How did his gifts influence his life and career? Nikola Tesla is not just a name in the history of science, he is a man whose gifts of intuition and genius changed the world dramatically. His ability to see mechanisms and devices in his mind, even before they were realized in reality, was a true miracle. He could assemble the most complex inventions and technological devices in his imagination, thinking out every element of them down to the smallest detail, as if he were already holding them in his hands. To this ability he owes many of his revolutionary discoveries. But Tesla was not just a scientist who relied on rational scientific methods. His intuition, much like that of Scorpio, led him through difficult moments when logic and facts lost their power. For example, his great discovery of alternating current was the result not only of persistent research and experimentation, but also of a deep inner instinct. Despite sharp opposition from many prominent scientists and entrepreneurs of the time, Tesla followed his sense, believed in his plan, and eventually made a breakthrough that changed the world of electricity forever. However, uncovering such hidden gifts did not come without sacrifice. Tesla was a man who at times found himself alone, not understood by his time. His ideas were so radical that they were often the object of ridicule and criticism. At times he forgot himself in his own visions, going deep into the world of his ideas and theories, often to the detriment of reality. This isolation and constant misunderstanding from society were his constant companions, and sometimes it became a real struggle. For Tesla, his gifts were both a blessing and a curse. His discoveries did change the face of the world, and that was his greatness. But at the same time, he often felt alienated from people, unable to find common ground with those who didn't share his visions. His life was full of contradictions, brilliant inventions and scientific breakthroughs coexisted with deep loneliness, financial hardship and personal sacrifice. Tesla is a prime example of how hidden gifts, uncovered and utilized, can not only leave their mark on history, but also profoundly affect personal destiny. His path shows how important inner strength and intuition are, but also how important it is to seek a balance between gift and reality, between genius and human experience. What to be wary of when revealing gifts. Uncovering your hidden gifts is not just a journey into a world of possibilities, but also into a world of risks. With their powerful intuition, emotional strength and abilities, Scorpios can face a number of challenges on the path to self-discovery. Losing touch with reality. Unlocking your inner gifts, you can get too carried away, immerse yourself in a world of illusions and lose the ability to adequately perceive external reality. This can lead to problems with social adaptation, difficulties in interpersonal relationships and even mental overload. Risk of manipulation and influence. The power that Scorpios can use to achieve their goals can also be used to manipulate others. Often hidden power becomes a reason for others to become fearful of Scorpios, which can lead to conflict and alienation. Loneliness and isolation. The gifts that Scorpios reveal within themselves can be misunderstood by those around them. People who don't have the same abilities may begin to distance themselves from them, not realizing their depth. This can cause feelings of loneliness, as Scorpios' inner strength often isolates them from others. Internal conflict. Sometimes revealing hidden gifts can lead to an inner conflict between what one wants to do and what is socially acceptable. This disconnect can be a source of stress, frustration, and doubts about one's own worth. Spiritual disharmony. Using your abilities without proper harmony with your inner world can lead to disruptions in your energy balance. Scorpios can become vulnerable to outside influences and lose touch with their true purpose in life. What is important to remember? In order for the unfolding of gifts to be successful and not lead to destruction, you need to maintain inner harmony and caution. A balance between strength and gentleness, awareness and attention to oneself will help to avoid many dangers. It is important not to forget that strength requires responsibility. Scorpios, it is time for you to unleash all the power that is hidden within you. Everything that has been hidden and suppressed by society is now on the verge of being discovered. Your gifts are not just amazing abilities, but a true path to personal transformation and growth. Foresight, emotional power, intuition, and even a connection to the beyond, all of these powers are waiting for you to realize them and use them for good. But remember, this power can be both a blessing and a curse. It is important to approach the disclosure of your gifts with awareness and caution, so that they do not turn out to be an impossible burden, but, on the contrary, become a powerful tool for creating a better future. Do not miss the chance to reveal your hidden powers. Start your journey to personal transformation today. Listen to yourself, reveal your gifts and open new horizons of your power. It's time to know the truth, Scorpio.